Hello, I'm Sumi Lee, and I'm here today to talk about our future dream. Let me begin with a simple question. What do you dream of becoming in the future? When we were little, we heard the question all the time. A scientist, a teacher, a ballerina. I saw my dreams back then. But now, it's getting harder to answer the question. Why is that? In middle school, I realized how much I loved science. So I decided to go to a science high school. But once I got here, I met students who are far more talented than me. That's when it first hit me. Just because I like something doesn't mean I'll be good at it. I began to wonder, what am I really good at? Can I really dream about something just because I like it? Maybe you felt that way too, discouraged or uncertain whether to admit what you truly like. In moments like that, I kept asking myself, what kind of life do I truly want? At some point, the word future dream began to feel like a test. Choose the wrong answer and you fail. The pressure made the word career feel heavier and heavier. But then I wondered, are these the only options we have? Jobs are constantly evolving. In Korea today, there are over 16,000 different new jobs. If you look at this graph, over 5,000 new jobs were created from 2012 to 2019. And according to the MIT, by 2018, about 60% of Americans were doing jobs that didn't even exist in 1940. Now, we know that jobs constantly appear and evolve very quickly, more so now than ever before. Even the choices we see today could look totally different in just a few years. So then, how should we dream about the future? Let me share my story. I dream of becoming a scientist, more precisely a biotechnologist. But lately, my dreams feels uncertain. The reason is artificial intelligence, which is called AI. AI can now draw, give advice, write cars, and even write academic papers. About 10 months ago, I got help from AI working on a physics project. At first, it felt convenient, but soon I began to worry. If AI can do everything, what will be left for me in the future? That led me to rethink how I use AI. Instead of fearing it, I started asking myself, then what is that only humans can do? Let's look at this. Has anyone heard of AlphaFold? AlphaFold is an AI that predicts the structure of proteins. In the past, scientists used methods like taking pictures with special tools, such as X-rays or microscopes. This required growing pure crystals out of proteins, collecting vast amounts of data, and performing complex analysis, a process that could take decades to determine a single protein structure. Now, AlphaFold can do it in just a few days. In 2021, scientists related to this breakthrough were awarded the Nobel Prize in Chemistry. Then, what's our role when we work with AI? AI can answer predefined questions accurately, but it doesn't know the answer. Why does it? Why does the questions matter? Take AlphaFold for example. It predicts protein structures in days, but scientists gave them real value. No matter how smart AI becomes, it can't ask the question, why does it matter? That's something only we can do. The realization changed how I see science. Not just as a way of finding the right answer, but as a field for asking important questions. And I think life is the same. Just like science changed because of AI, the world keeps changing rapidly too. A dream I realized is not something you define just on what you're good at. It's not about picking one final answer. A dream is a process, something you shape over time by answering the questions about what you truly value. It's okay not to have all the answers right now. It's okay not to be good at something yet. As long as you take steps toward the things that matter to you, you're already living a dreaming life. So, let's return to the first question. What do you dream of becoming in the future? Now, I want to ask this instead. What direction do you want your life to take? Thank you.